Hello humans of the universe, here's villains and everything in between. I'm Pokmo, and today's Superman. So everyone knows the boy in blue, but a lot of people think he's boring because of his powers. He's too strong for anyone to be a threat, or he just wouldn't be anything without his powers. Maybe one day I'll talk about the first subject of him being too strong for any threats, but I want to talk about him being nothing without his powers because this gets leveled at him a lot more than you might think. But today I want to disagree, not just because he's a kind soul and a great leader, which he is, but also combat-wise, or sometimes. So usually in my headcanon, Superman can fight, but he's not as good of a fighter as Batman or Wonder Woman because he doesn't really need to be able to fight. He can crush you just by looking at you. He's the strongest alien boy. But there's one episode that proves that he can not only survive without his powers, but thrive and save the world. Dun dun dun, Justice League, the animated series. I don't know, I guess I'm making a song now. So there's one episode in this show where Superman gets sent to the future with Vandal Savage, and Vandal's all like, dude, I totally destroyed this planet, so I'm gonna send you back in time to stop me. And Superman's like, okay man. But before this, Superman has to survive on a red sun planet, because that's what Vandal Savage did to Earth. Then he killed Superman or something. But anyway, Superman survives for what I think is 3 days in the red sun. He gets a car, gets gasoline, then he gets some wolves, and I honestly love this episode because for a lot of my life I just saw Superman as the sweet, powerful guy, but he's more than that. He's a fighter and he can survive on his own. He's not just a little boy scout. He can be cool and not in a I'm gonna kill Batman or burn down the world way, but just in a genuinely awesome way where he can be intimidating to his enemies and still be the boy scout. He isn't just a pretty face. He actually knows what he's doing and everything he does is calculated to a certain degree. He may not be as smart as Batman, but he has good strategy and thinks before he acts. A lot of people see Superman is a hothead with anger issues, and that stems from some of his most popular portrayals showing him in that way, but that's not Superman, at least in my opinion. And everywhere you look, there's proof he's just a sweetie pie. Yeah, he can get angry and lose his direction, like that one time he just busted into Cadmus to save Question, but I strongly believe that he's one of the most well-rounded characters ever made, and he's strong and stands on his own. He's a strong even kill leader. If you don't know what the phrase even kill is, editor me put the definition of even kill. And he can survive on his own. His will is unbreakable. Give this man a ring. Just kidding, Batman gets the willpower ring. Superman can have the hope one. But anyways, but the Flash might need the hope one. You know what? Forget it. He's the chosen one. If you need anything done, it's Superman. You know that joke where it's like, give Batman 5 minutes of preparation time and he can kill anyone or whatever? That's funny and all, but a lot of the time Batman is shown as overpowered, and for me, I don't understand why people never say he's overpowered. When it comes to comics, they just let him do whatever he wants, and he's also overused, but onward and upward. Superman is one of those characters that I think has become underrated and just seen as the same thing, and a lot of that had to do with how they tell the story, or if you even like the character, I guess, because I never thought of him that way when I watched Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. He felt full and well-rounded, but if you look at things like Henry Cavill's Superman, you can see where the staleness comes from. It either comes from him just not having an interesting personality, or from him being an angry psychopath. No offense to Henry Cavill, I think he would have been an awesome Superman if he had been given the opportunity, because he looks like Superman and he's a good actor. But this and something like Injustice just lose Superman's personality and whatever story they're trying to tell, because they just use him as a plot and villain instead of fleshing him out and making him make sense. Superman is more than his powers because he's genuinely just a nice guy, the perfect father figure, a man to look up to. But when you get to know him, you see his imperfections make him more perfect because he fights it. He doesn't want to be the bad guy, and he will do anything in his power to protect everyone, and he wants people to feel safe. It's not just protection like the evil one with the white suit from that one episode, the Justice Lords. In the last episode of Justice League Unlimited, the Justice League is just going to disassemble. Avengers Assemble joke. But anyways, people don't want these heroes. They're scared of them after everything that has happened and the huge gun in the sky. And Superman doesn't want anyone to look at him the way they looked at that monstrosity military guy in that one episode with Vigilante. Well, wrong Vigilante, but anyways, that isn't what Superman wants. He doesn't want to believe he's helping when he's not. But then they have their base on Earth and disable the gun and stuff, and they give the villains a 5-minute start, and it's super cool, and we all cheer and have a good time. But obviously, the conclusion of this video is Superman is more than his powers because he's the perfect hero and everyone knows it. He's always trying to improve himself. He's always trying to be aware aware, and even when the government is pure evil, he will still be diplomatic unless he gets pissed off. But after he recovers and talks to Batman and Wonder Woman, he will be diplomatic and turn himself in. Also, Batman's a hypocrite, but that's a different video topic. Also, just by the way, Batman and Superman are in my top 10 favorite DC characters, just so you know. I figured they had to be since they're the building blocks of every superhero ever and they're super cool. But Superman is a more in-depth character than you think. He has internal struggles. He can be too hard on people. Sometimes he can be a smiling hero, a sad lost man. And he will always be the best superhero ever made. So tell me what you think about Superman and any other video ideas you may have. And as always, stay cool, stay weird, stay you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.